What's up guys, A-Wing Bricks here, reviewing something that actually isn't a Star Wars set for once. That's right. Today, we're here reviewing the LEGO Ideas Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone set. Now this set was released this year in 2022. It has 1,125 pieces, is an 18 plus set, and retails for about $70. It's set 21331. This set has been long anticipated for many years now. And the reason why I say that is because the last time we got anything LEGO Sonic related was the Dimensions pack, all the way back whenever that was, I forget. I'll throw up the date on the screen right now so y'all have a good idea. But yeah, that was the last LEGO Sonic thing we got for years. But yeah, we finally have more LEGO Sonic stuff. And this set is good. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at this set and just give my general thoughts because spoilers for a little bit of what's to come. I have been a Sonic fan for almost my entire life now. So there's a lot of things about this set that I absolutely love. And we're gonna get into that. So, with that said, we're gonna be starting with minifigures, or, well, I would say minifigure, because the rest of them are buildable characters. And so, in this set, we have Sonic, classic Sonic to be exact, so he's not the same as the modern Dimension Sonic. And yeah, he looks really good. The Eggman is the main stinker of the set, but we'll get into him on his own in a little. Crabmeat looks adorable. I absolutely love the design. And the Motobug is good too. Like, these are really good designs. There is a design flaw with this guy I'll get into in a moment. But, I have to say, overall, it is actually a pretty good figure selection. You know? Like, you got Sonic, Eggman, and then two Badniks. What's there not to love about it other than the face of... you know already. Here we got the main man himself, Sonic. Now this is our one and only minifigure in the set, like actual minifigure. So, yeah, and honestly, I gotta say, he looks really damn good. Like, there's just a lot of things I actually like about him. Like, obviously, you can see his stomach print. I mean, it is a little bit, you know, faded, but it is tan on blue, so, you know, it's just how it tends to be. The face looks pretty damn nice. I know some people say it looks a little bit uncanny, but from other angles, it actually still does look nice. Especially since this set is, like, sort of partially in an isometric angle. And I'll show you how that sort of looks in a moment, but yeah, the figure looks really good. Obviously you can see he's holding the ring. Yes, it is the same one from the Dimension set. It's that sort of yellow round toilet seat piece, basically. And I mean, it works. It's just not the preferable piece for most people out there. And I can perfectly see why, but yeah, I'm okay with it. So, you can see his shoes are actually printed. You can see the belt buckle and everything. And that's really good. Like, the benefit of this new figure, it's using red dual molded legs, and also back printing, really nice. But the red dual molded legs mean that they were able to print on the sides. And it looks really damn good. Like, even though you can't see a little bit of the red bleeding through the white, I still think it's a very good look and definitely an improvement from the Dimension Sonic. And, of course, moving up, you can see you got his face and everything. And one flaw I see a lot of people bringing up about the figure is that he's dark blue, but, you know, most people think classic Sonic is a lighter blue. And yeah, nowadays, that's kind of what we attribute classic Sonic's color to be. But keep in mind, as the resident Sonic fan, I do happen to know that, yeah, classic Sonic didn't really exist until 2011. And he's only existed from that point onwards for 10 years. So, Classic Sonic is actually pretty new in the grand scheme of Sonic. Like, he's only been around for the past 10 years as an actual distinguished character. Because, yeah, Classic Sonic was just Sonic back in the day. So, I'm honestly okay with the colors sort of being the same. It does make it harder to fit them together, but you know what? I don't really mind it. I quite like how he looks here. And then moving on to, oh boy, the one and only sort of stinker in the set, Dr. Robotnik. And I'm going to call him Robotnik for the rest of the review because that is how he is called in the classic games in America. And that is how I remember calling him, so I will call him Robotnik. No, it's not that I grew up with him, it's just that this is I always knew him as Robotnik. So, yeah, Robotnik here, honestly, actually kinda looks pretty okay. There is just the one main part that's a problem with him. You know, his arms can move up and down, his hands can swivel. You know, it's kind of, as I said, it's hard to do stuff like this with one hand, but, you know, his head can turn, and yeah, it works about as well as you'd expect for the stabilized design, you know, because that's kind of the reason they fucked him up so badly. Yes, I will get into that later. His legs also can swivel, and, you know, they look pretty good. I like how they captured that using that piece, that Technic piece. That face. That is the one and only stinker in the set. And it's bad, okay? It is a pretty bad depiction of Robotnik's face. Like, alright, I can see what they're going for. His mustache could have worked. Maybe. But, like, the piece they use for his nose, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. You cannot make that work and have it look natural when it's at this angle. His glasses are also printed at the angle too. They're not stickered on or anything, so you can't just change it. You have to work with this. And yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world to work with. And yeah, that is definitely a flaw, but you know. Compared to the rest of the set, I think it's one I'm willing to look past. I almost forgot to mention one last thing. The stand. Yeah, this is an actual stand for Sonic, and it looks really nice. It's a black stand, of course, and it's got all the Chaos Emeralds on it. And yeah, there are 7 compared to the 6 in the original game, I am well aware. I'm actually kind of hoping that means they're hinting maybe if we get more LEGO Sonic sets in the future, at a potential Super Sonic minifigure? Who knows? Who really knows? But yeah, the stand looks clean. You got that clear piece for Sonic to, you know, do poses on. And yeah, it's just a pretty neat addition. Here we have Crabmeat, one of the few things that wasn't actually included in the original set. And he looks really cute. That's all I can really say about him. He's a pretty good, rendition of the model from in-game. Now, yeah, no, the piece that he's using to hold himself up doesn't actually easily attach to many parts in the set. So if you try to pick up the set with him on it, he might, you know, thrash around a bit or fall off. But if you don't do that, or you take him off and bring the set wherever you're going and then take him with you, yeah, it's a nice Crabmeat. I like it. I like the addition of this guy. He is adorable. Now here we have the Motobug. Now this thing is pretty good looking. Like, you know, they captured his details fairly well, and he's a pretty simple build, but he looks good. You know, the tire track, they couldn't really put a tire in there, so they just put, these pieces, and I think it works. You know, he still looks like Motobug. Yeah, his hands can move up and down, whatever. But the real feature with this guy is his face. And I will show that right now. Oh, look at the boy. Look, he's so angry. Oh, yeah, he's angry. That's all there really is to it. Now, there is a problem with this piece, though. And it's also a problem with the Eggman. It's that, well, bring in the Eggman for a second. You see the buttons on Eggman? You see the face? Those are sticker details. That's not good. Because, yeah, those are stickers. So, it's definitely, a little bit cheap, but this specifically annoys me to all ends because holy crap was it a pain to get the stickers on, and it still looks misaligned. So, yeah, that's one of the few problems with him. But other than that, he's a pretty good Motobug. Yeah. Now, before we move on to the set itself, I actually want to bring attention to the Eggmobile. Yeah, this was also not in the original Ideas project, and it looks stellar, I gotta say. It definitely captures the original Eggmobile design fairly well, and yeah, they go on to reuse it in multiple games, blah blah blah, Sonic fan, whining, whatever. But, yeah, it is pretty damn good looking. Like, they capture the details, like the fire, and the headlight, and all, and it's really good. It's got a pretty okay stand, just don't, put it on the stand, don't roll it around or it's gonna plop off. And yeah, it can actually plop off the stand, by the way. I'm not gonna show that because it's gonna be pretty hard to get it back on camera. So, yeah. And also, it can actually fit Robotnik. Surprise, surprise. You see that stud in there? You just plop Robotnik down, and boom! He's in his Eggmobile, ready to face Sonic. And I really want to see someone do some cool modifications for this thing to make it into his vehicles from the games. That would be really cool. But yeah, so that's Robotnik's Eggmobile. Now, we finally get a chance to look at the actual Green Hill model. Yeah, this thing is surprisingly bulky. I didn't actually expect it to be, as bulky and dense as it is, but, yeah, that's certainly Green Hill Zone, represented in LEGO form. And I really love the style this set has going on. The water, the tiling, the life counter right there, the palm tree is basically how it was in the Ideas project. The rings, the loop, there isn't really a feature there, but it's stable, and that's sort of the benefit of giving that up, is added stability. You got the monitors there, you got a floating platform, you even got a spring play feature right there, which I will demonstrate later. And yeah, this model looks amazing, I gotta say. It is genuinely a almost damn near perfect representation of Green Hill Zone. Oh my god, this thing. It's just amazing. What can I really say? It's damn good. It really is. And I'm going to take a look at every little individual part of it. So we're gonna move over to, well, as I mentioned before, the life counter. It's stickered. That sucks. The palm tree is pretty good though. I like the look of it, especially considering it's using the Nexonite shield and all. And yeah, it looks pretty good. You move on to the bridge, and the design is amazing. The water right there is stunning, and the vehicle's going by, I don't know if you can hear. And then you have the rings in the background, and these can actually, if you just wiggle them out, they just plop right off. See? So yeah, put that back. Then right next to them, you have the signpost. Now the signpost, you can actually turn it around to represent, when it's been hit. And yeah, it is a little bit flimsy, the connection there. Isn't really, you really have to have either, a straight up pole going through the whole thing, or, have it look accurate but be weak. But, it's a fair trade-off. Also, I love the way they did, the whole, going down from the bridge. The water, as I said, looks excellent. Then you move on to the loop. And there are two studs there. You can put Sonic in either end of the loop. And I will just bring him over here and do a little Woo! You know? Yeah, it's a loop. It's a Sonic loop. You know how they work. So, yeah. Now up here, you got the monitors. Now, I have the ones they put in the instructions, the invincibility and speed shoes, but there are multiple tiles you can switch them out for. These here are the 3 other tiles you can switch them out for. You got extra life, a shield, and 10 rings. And yeah, it's kind of disappointing they weren't prints, but what are you gonna do? So, yeah, that's really cool. Moving upwards, you got the platform I mentioned earlier, and then you got even more rings suspended in the air with the same sort of clear, tube thing. You see it's held back in there by a little Technic thing. And in front of it is our next play feature. And I'm gonna need to get a little bit of a different angle for this one, so give me a moment. So as you can see, I have Sonic standing on the spring, and there's a little red lever in there. So, what you would do is you put your finger in there, and boom. It's a little bit hard to get it to actually go up and get all the rings, but it is possible. And yeah, you can see how the mechanism is. It pushes up, and yeah, it's the spring. And then I won't change the angle for this. Here's the sunflower. It's a decent sunflower. That's all I can say about it. And yeah, it's the other end of the set. Moving on to the back side, you can see how some of that stuff works. Oh yeah, by the way, those are printed. You get a lot of them. So yeah, that piece right there, that's cool. But yeah, you get some extra little detailing. You move along the back, you see the lever, and you see this little cool tidbit. Now, this is a reference to the arcade version, surprisingly, of Sonic 1. Yeah, they actually referenced the arcade version, which has this sort of scoreboard. That obviously got a reference to Viv, the designer. You got some other references to other LEGO things. Obviously 1991 is a reference to the day, year that Sonic 1 came out. And yeah, it's a really nice little tidbit. Also, if you noticed on the side, there are pins. And yeah, I think that's exactly what it's meant to look like. Okay, so overall, what are my thoughts on the set? Well, I'm glad you probably didn't ask, because I'm gonna tell you anyway. Yeah. This set is awesome. Like, I don't know if I'm alone in thinking this, but this is probably one of the coolest sets we've gotten from LEGO Ideas in a while. And by coolest, I don't mean like largest and flashiest. I mean by what it represents. This is a LEGO Sonic set. People have been asking for this since LEGO Dimensions. That was startlingly a long time ago now. But yeah, this set is full of just references to the games. There's a lot of good things about it. Obviously, there's a little bit of inaccuracy with the Chaos Emeralds, but, you can always gloss past that because, people kind of think of the Chaos Emeralds as one way, so 7 emeralds it is, but yeah. This thing is really cool. Like, honestly, I'm very happy to own this because I've been waiting for LEGO Sonic sets for years since LEGO Dimensions came out. Literal years, and I'm so glad to finally have a LEGO Sonic set, an official one, in my possession. It's magical. You can't really take that away from it. Now, there are a few problems, I'll admit. Eggman looks he looks bad. Well, at least his face. Sonic should have mid-legs, blah blah blah, all that sort of deal. But it is a really damn good set. And $70 for 1,000 pieces, that is an excellent deal if you have the money. I 100% recommend you get this set if you really want LEGO Sonic in your collection. Now, there is something else I have to address. LEGO Mario. Yeah. How do I think this stacks up against LEGO Mario? Well, other than the Eggman, this smashes it. This smashes it to pieces. I gotta say, I was never really that interested in LEGO Mario. Whenever I like saw the whole leak with like the electronic Mario thing, all that was like weird. I don't know, it looked and felt weird. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's just what you have to deal with when you have a company like Nintendo who's basically focused on nothing but children. So they will do anything to appeal to children, and the technology thing is just something they did. And that makes sense to me. I get why they did that. That does make sense. But my god, this set just blows almost every single LEGO Mario release, except for a few, out of the water. And even then, usually those sets aren't even comparable to this, because those are like over $100 set. This is $70 and you have all of this. And like, yeah, there's so much to do. There's the potential for more. This is going places. Places LEGO Mario hasn't even dared to touch yet. Like, this is an excellent reimagining of the classic games. Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Now, I do have to talk a little bit about the Ideas project. Now, I am going to put pictures of the instruction manuals up here, because it'll just make my job easier, so I don't have to flip through them for you. But the original project was based on Sonic Mania, and this isn't that. This is a Sonic 1 set. So, a lot of the set is different from the original Ideas project. Like, Eggman has changed a lot. The Eggmobile wasn't an addition. Like, that wasn't there. The Crabmeat. And the Green Hill was considerably smaller. But I think it makes sense, because giving this set a wider appeal will make sure this set does better. Even little things, like the details on the loop being sticker detail, that doesn't really matter as much to me, because it's supposed to make this set cheaper for anyone to buy. And I think that's sort of the magic about this set, because that means that if you have a kid who likes Sonic and wants the set, then all you really need to do is help them build it. The set's perfect for a kid. Even though it is supposed to be a collector's model. Like, it even has the black box art and everything, but, you know, this set is still, like, really good. Like, there's a lot of fun things a kid could probably play with here. And I do think it's worth the money. I think for the $70 you pay, you get your money's worth. And that's awesome to me. Like, I don't even think most LEGO Star Wars sets can compare to that price. That is insane, and I love it. But yeah, so that's all I really have to say about that. But we aren't actually done yet. There's one other thing I need to take a look. As you can see, the set has a black border, but if you pull it off, you actually reveal that the set isn't entirely baked in. Give me 2 seconds. Now that we've removed all the black pieces, we can do this. Boom. You can separate the sections of the set into their own little parts. And then this main section right here, boom, comes right off. And now you have 4 individual sections for play. Or potentially to mix and match to add, you know, more stuff. And I really like that. This set, you can do a lot with it. Like, there's a lot you can do, and I appreciate it. I really do. This is awesome. So, just to reiterate, do I think you should buy this set? Absolutely. This set is amazing. Like, it is well worth the money. It is the first LEGO Sonic set in years, and yeah, it's a really good build. Like, there are some problems with it, I'll admit. Definitely a few problems, but even despite those, this set is definitely worth your money. And if you're a Sonic fan, or even if you're just a regular LEGO collector who is just aware of Sonic, I still recommend you get it because it's also a really good display piece. I mean, you saw how flat it was. You can easily put this somewhere and just have it be at the back or front of a display. And it looks really good. It looks really good on my display, at least. And yeah. So, that has been my review on the LEGO Ideas Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone set. It's a really good set, and I recommend any Sonic fan or LEGO fan try to get this one, because it's good. Well, anyway, this has been A-Wing Bricks, signing off. See you later, everybody!